Okay, welcome to week 2 for all engineering classes. I went ahead and pulled up the weekly document that you can look at here, and I'm going to zoom in on it so you can kind of see exactly what I'm asking for you guys to do. So let me see if I can zoom it up a little bit. There we go. Obviously we're talking about the overview video now, Florida DOE standards and materials you're going to need for the class, not just for this week but for the rest of the time you take my class. You're going to need at least a 2-inch binder. A 3-inch would be great, but if you can get a 2, that'd be a good start. You need to have a transparency cover, so that way we can slide your name or artwork that you create into that cover so we won't lose it. That's due September the 11th. That's a Friday. And then you also have tab dividers you got to have so you can break out each section, like notes, drawings, projects, etc. You're going to need sheet protectors because you're going to print your drawings and you're going to put them in sheet protectors. They're pretty inexpensive. I'll be buying some extra if you want to buy them from me. You're going to need a spiral ring notebook, and that's for this class with section dividers, and that's going to have to stay in your 2-inch binder up here. But you want section dividers because you want to be able to cover HTML, CSS is kind of one section for web development. Then you're going to have your engineering notes, which is about the pre-engineering certification. Then you're going to have stuff for AutoCAD and maybe other software that you're going to learn, like SolidWorks or Photoshop or whatever. So you got to have that. Now, one thing the class all needs is this. We're going to need either, so you don't have to buy one. You can just either a copy paper, a package of copy paper. I think there's 500 sheets in that. 2 boxes of tissue because we're going to be going into cold season pretty soon, and also 2 rolls of paper towels. You can get one or the other. If you can get multiple, that's even great. Now let's get down here to the weekly vocabulary. Now this weekly vocabulary is going to cover a lot of things that we've kind of went over last week about the architectural all the way up to electronic draftsman. You know, what do they do and how much money they make? Because I mean, I don't believe you should learn anything unless you know how much money you're going to make from it. Then also down here we're going to discuss the basics of drawings, understanding a technical document. That's multi-view drawings, 2D coordinate system, 3D coordinate system. What's a line? What's an angle? Now, I know that all seems pretty straightforward, and why is Mr. Platt asking that? But there actually is a lot of stuff that you need to know. You know, what is collinear? What is parallel? What are vertices or vertexes? What is a right angle defined? What is an acute angle defined? There's a whole lot more, but we're going to start with this here. You're going to write that up in your notebook, in your engineering notes. Actually, you would put this under AutoCAD. Put this in your AutoCAD notes in your spiral ring notebook. You're going to do it in sketchy Cornell note format. Now, let's go look down here what else we have to do. So we got the vocab, which you just saw, we went over. You're going to write your formal outline of Mission Impossible. Now, I'm going to provide you an example of that on PowerPoint in class, so don't sweat that. And for e-learners, I'll try to put that online so you can see it as well. Engineering Portfolio Binder. Well, that's due on September the 11th. I just told you what's in it. Now, Lineology. I'm going to click on this link and see if it takes me to my website and pulls up Lineology. Credit to say, okay, allow. So it's going to go out to richardplatt.net and it's going to pull up this drawing. This drawing is actually important. It explains the definitions of phantom lines, section lines, cutting plane lines, center lines, dimension lines, etc. And it talks about the size of those. What I want you to do is I want you to draw this drawing. You don't have to. I'll have some rulers in class, some copy paper, but I want you to draw this drawing as accurately as you possibly can. Okay? And then I want you to have in Cornell note format on separate pages what these things here are. Now this is an important assignment because this is your basis on how to start understanding how to interpret this document here, this drawing. You'll see some examples out on my website, the stuff I did at NASA. It shows a lot of section cuts, it shows diameters, it shows different things. Now we're going to add a lot to your knowledge base of understanding what drawings are all about. So this is a drawing you have to draw. And you have to write these notes in your spiral ring notebook. If you don't have spiral ring just yet, write them on copy paper, and then we can use a glue stick and glue them into your notebook. Okay, now let's go back to where we were on the assignment. So we're going to do that. We're going to write up a formal outline. That too has to go in your binder. And again, that's due on September the 11th. And then we're going to have a 3-view exercise. We're going to start on that next week. So don't worry about this right now. Right now, it's the graded assignment, the lineology, and all this. This is kind of an upcoming thing here. Okay, so I think that's it for now, and This is all going to be in your Schoology notebook. And one thing to also consider on the Schoology is communicate with me through Schoology. Use email or text messaging as kind of a last ditch thing. Try to always go through Schoology because I can respond to it faster and better there for you as well as for your parents. Okay, let's go have a great week. Any questions, send me a Schoology message or catch me in class. As always, go Noles.